Hello children. Today, before going to the heating effect of circuit, electrical circuits, just I want to give a brief note regarding the series and parallel connections. In series connection, we know current is constant. In series circuits, current is constant. Whereas in a parallel circuit, voltage is constant. Current is varying here. In series circuit, current is constant and voltage is varying. And here, voltage is constant, current is varying. So, the better option utilized in home circuits, for in houses for different appliances, in order to use different appliances, the parallel connections may be preferred. Since current is inversely proportional to the resistance here in parallel circuits. Once the resistance increase, current decrease. Once the resistance decrease, current increase. So it is difficult to, for example, in our house, if we want to connect a bulb and an AC or a fan in series, it is not at all possible because for bulb, limited current is enough. For fan, more current is required. And for air condition, still much more current is required. So in order to fulfill all these activities at once, it is very difficult to connect all these three things in a series. That is why here it is very difficult to connect a bulb, heat or AC in a series because they need different levels of current. Okay, so for example, a bulb need 5 amp current itself, but whereas in AC it needs more than 10 amps current it requires. So it is distributing of current is not possible there in series. Why? In series, current is constant. In series circuits, current is constant. In keeping this current constant, we can't able to connect all these things in a series. So that is why parallel connections are preferred. We can connect, but what will happen now? If one circuit fails, one component fails, all the other things connected in series will fail. The circuit breaks out there. That is why if we look into some decoration lights and all in new housewarming ceremonies, some decoration lights will be used, Or in such cases, if one light fails, one light fails to glow, automatically the remaining all the other bulbs will go off. It is very difficult to trace at which point the circuit was open. That is why it's better to go for parallel connection option. It is advised to use always parallel combination of resistances to serve our purpose. Okay, if we connect all the things in parallel, what happens is the required amount of power is distributed among the things. So because as explained in our previous is a parallel connection circuit. If we check once again here, the current reaching the point X, the current reaching the point X is I. At this point, this current gets split into three parts, I1, I2, I3. And once again, it merges here and comes out as a total current. It means that the distribution of the current took place in this parallel circuit. Similarly, in our house, the current will be distributed to fan, light, AC, computer or television, like that for so many appliances, different current distributions will be done if the circuit is parallel. And here we have to remember the formula importantly. I is proportional to 1 by R, or I is equal to V by R actually. Here V is constant, that is why in parallel circuits V is constant. That is why it is proportional to 1 by R. 1 by R means what? If the resistance is decreasing, current will increase. If the resistance is increasing, current will decrease. If the resistance is less, more current will flow. If the resistance is more, less current will flow. Okay, that is the concept of calculating the power distribution at homes. Then, if we consider this kind of circuits, a battery or a cell is enough to distribute energy, electrical energy throughout the circuit. Battery or a cell is a source of electrical energy. Means that some chemical action is taking place between the two ends, plus and minus. Here I have connected so many batteries in a series here. If you check, this is the positive and this is the negative side of the battery. So some chemical action will be going on quite a number of times in the battery in order to generate, in order to supply energy. In order to supply the potential difference, that is a voltage we have to distribute. Constant voltage we have to distribute. That is why between the two terminals so much of chemical action is happening quite a number of times. To maintain the current, such source has to expend its energy. In order to maintain the levels of current, the source expends most of its energy. Some part of it goes to, for example, if we take a table fan, after switching on, what happens? It runs smoothly for a long time, for some time. If it is switched on for a longer period, if we touch the fan, we feel the heatness on the back of it, the back of the wheels, conducting part. If we touch, that is very hot. Why it is becoming hot? It is that the energy expansion takes place. The battery expends some of its energy, and the source, now here not the battery, source is expending most of its energy. That is why some part of it is used to maintain the current throughout the circuit, and the remaining part is expended to heat, to raise its temperature of the gadgets. Most of the part is utilized to serve our purpose to rotate the fan blades, and some part of the energy is expended in the form of heat. That is why we are getting thermal change on the back side of the fan, and the temperature of the gadgets. Example, electric fan, if used for a long time, it gets heated. I think Concept is clear now. Okay, that is why I made two important points from this heating effect. The continuous dissipation, if the source goes on dissipating its energy continuously, what happens? The system, the fan becomes very, very hot. It gets very much heated, it gets heated very much. That's why the continuous dissipation of energy in the form of heat is known as heating effect of electrical circuits. Heating effect of electrical circuit is a continuous dissipation of energy, for which there is one formula was derived, H is equal to I square RT. H means heating effect. Heating effect. Heating effect of a source of energy is directly proportional to the square of the current, and directly proportional to the resistance, and directly proportional to the time. Okay, that is why this heating effect, it is named after Joule, who invented this. You see, this is what is known as Joule's law of heating. This is what is known as Joule's law of heating. Okay, the fundamental Ohm's law equation of I is equal to V by R, it is used in calculating the current requirements in different situations. Either it is a home or a hotel or a factory, or it is a car, whatever it may be. Everywhere the formula, this one is only used in order to calculate the current requirements. Okay, so that you just try to remember the heating effect of formula, which may come across in your examinations. Okay, thank you.